So what we'll do is go through the full rotator cuff examination. We'll just show, that several were okay. And you push straight up so that supraspinatus pushes up like that, first 15 degrees, push. And that's the one that causes the pain. Everything else, this is teres minor, hold that right there, and I'm going to push across that way, is solid and pain-free. Here's infraspinatus, solid and pain-free, right? Like I can increase the pressure. And then just the opposite, this is subscap, and I can crank on those pretty solidly. And then just incidentally, we were scanning around and we found on both sides too. So we already scanned through the examination. I have a very clear process of what do we need to be doing for this. I just wanted to save time by doing that ahead of the video. So we're going to do a manual treatment on the supraspinatus tendon. And I'm going to let you do this because this would be something that would be helpful for you to do at home anyways. And that's going to be to tap on the large intestine, to tap on the gallbladder, and to tap on and these are beginning and ending points, which are really useful with another therapy. I don't know why that is. I don't understand acupuncture all that much, but when you massage here and do that tapping, and then I'm going to do what's called a neurolymphatic treatment to the spleen, and then we'll reassess, and that's it. So we're attending, we're caring for the tendon, we're caring for the balance, and then there was a couple supplements that showed up to help with liver and things like that too. So you start tapping. We're going to tap about 100 times there first, and we're just going to find the ouchie spot. You tell me when you want it. So if there's any fraying in the tendon itself, rubbing across that tendon, if you think of toothpicks, and they fell on your desk, and you rubbed across them, it kind of helps them line up again. So it's a real simple process for caring for an injury so that the injury can heal. And as long as we're helping the body to be balanced and the muscles test strong again, we should get a healing. We would expect a healing. Now tap by the side of the eye. I'm going to move around a little bit here. Right there? So we'll probably get a few spots and then go right down that tendon. Okay, now let's just make sure. So we're going to treat this reflex here. Tender. So that's our treatment. Hit a couple acupoints, treat the tendon itself, figure out what plants or foods are going to help to balance things out, and then we'll just do our recheck. So hold that right there, and you push out against me. Push, push, push. Oh, isn't that nice? It's going to be a complete failure. Try again. Push. When you push out there, where do you feel it? Is it more back here, more up here, more here, more down?
Can you do it again? Sure. I can try.
So you push against it.
It's like
all across here?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. And put a fingering that under there. Okay, 2 fingers right next to the nose. And so we found an extension of the injury, and this is, Tasha, why don't you just share how this started?
Rather suddenly, I couldn't lift my arm more than about an inch away from my body. I was in excruciating pain for about 4 days.
And did you wake up that way? Did you make a movement and it started?
It didn't start with a movement, but it did come on suddenly. I couldn't trace it back to a specific injury.
So you went to move, and one day it wouldn't move anymore. Okay, so kind of a frozen shoulder, and actually this makes sense with the frozen shoulder diagnosis. Is the subclavius muscle. So we just found an extension of an injury.
Yeah, that's very painful.
Into this muscle also.
Oh yeah.
So I'm optimistic that we can get this to heal and just like any problem, it's just it's a diagnostic process. You fix one thing and it's not quite there yet, you start looking for another thing. Okay. And hold right there. Keep that turned in and push out at me. Now there we have even more internal rotation. And just so I can get a better push on it. And I can put a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
So we attended it. There's no pain there?
No.
Now let's do the up the back test. So we did this earlier and it took about 30 seconds and she was feeling like a 6 or 7 out of 10 discomfort here.
And what is my discomfort level now?
Yeah, just compare it.
It's about a 4.
So there's some improvement with that. So now just holding it there. Is it any different, or I mean 4, 7, 6 to 4 is that's a clinical improvement. That's what I said we were looking for. Is it any better than 4 now with a little more tapping, or is it about?
It's about the same.
Still about 4. Okay. All right. Now let's just check in on the neck flexors. Push, and we are good there, and push. And we also had one down here, which again, which we do have handled also. So what we'll do is we're going to figure out what exactly we're going to put her on, and then maybe in a week just check back and just see if those muscles are holding, or if there might be a little piece of the puzzle that we're not getting. Okay? So all set. Just for the camera, give me a little update on how it's feeling, functioning, the shoulder.
Sure, the shoulder's much improved, not as much pain. Occasionally I feel it doing certain positions, maybe when driving.
So the first thing we found was the up the back. So hold that for a second. Give me a number on that, 0 to 10, 10 being worst pain.
About a 2.
2? That's good. That was a 6 last time.
That's good.
Okay. When muscles are weak, the stability is not there, so you're going to wear out those little soft tissues. So we may need time for some healing of that. We'll check a couple muscles that we found. The first one we found was the supraspinatus, which pushes out like right there. So you push out into me. And I'm pushing back pretty good there.
Yeah.
No pain at
No.
all? Cool. Grab a seat. We didn't test this one directly, but it was the subclavius muscle. And I believe how we test this directly is straight up, thumb forward, and then I'm going to pull down. And
The burdock that you recommended, the cleanser, I think that's been really good for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. You could even feel that one. A lot of times I don't feel the difference, and every once in a while I'll be like, wow, such a good energy match that you do notice it. So that's cool. And just to review, we did just general liver support, just all the proteins, amino acids, some vitamins, minerals that liver needs. Burdock, which is a kind of known as a blood purifier, and then selenium, which is just a primary immune nutrient, kind of helps with these kind of chemical sensitivities because we had a little reaction to that. And then drenamine, which is just sort of a adrenal. Who can use a little stress support? Also had the gracilis muscles, so hold that together and pull it on this side. So that muscle is still weak. And then it takes about 2 minutes, so let's just run through. And I'll have you do the pull, you start it, so if it does hurt, you can just back off. And I'll just put the resistance. So in, we already did out, bring it out here, like right there, and push down towards the floor. Push, 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 and I'll put a little push on it. And that's okay, bring it up in front of you. Thumb towards your toes, you pull towards his shoulder. And that's good. Pull towards his hip now. And that's good. And Now you're rotating back. And then rotate forward. And then tuck that right there, and you're rotating out from the side. Pull in. And let's see, tuck that behind your back. And just push down on the elbow there. Okay. So you can take that one out. And push there. Oh, we also found the neck flexors, and that's doing better. Point to the pain. Kind of right in the front there. Okay. So
Pretty internal though.
deep.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did a little pinch there and push. So that's an indicator for pain gating. So our pain receptors are always firing,
Mm-hmm.
or they wouldn't be there when we need them, when we
Mm-hmm.
step on the nail.
Yeah.
And so we don't perceive that pain. It's gated at the spinal cord,
Yeah.
and then also in the brainstem.
Okay.
And so when we pinch and we get a weakness, we need some gating.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that through the tapping.
Mm-hmm.
See if we get the same reaction here. So we got the weakness from pinching. So you just touch there. Just touch and kind of push in, since it is deep. For basic healing, this works pretty well. It's harmless, so we will take any benefit we get from it and push there.